Last night was the annual Game Awards, and I got lucky enough, you, of course, guys know Dennis, and another friend of mine, Spencer, we went off, actually ended up being given a private box, like sitting like right beside Walton Goggins, which is pretty cool. So we're there at the Game Awards, first time I ever attended. Got to say they put on a good show. We'll talk more about that later. And of course, at the Game Awards, they really do more trailers than actual awards. And one of the trailers that kind of came out of nowhere and surprised everybody and got a huge pop from the crowd was that Marvel's doing a Blade game. And it shocked everybody, but it does raise some questions, like the question brought to you in today's Mint Mobile Hotline question of the day. Listen, guys, if you got a question for the show, you'd like to hear your voice on it, go ahead and call our Mint Mobile Hotline anytime, 24/7 at 951-268-4259. And today's question is specifically about that Blade trailer. Check it out.
Hey, John and crew. Love you guys. Chris here from New York. The Game Awards just finished and they premiered the trailer for Blade. So Marvel's working on Blade, the video game. I'm just curious, what do you guys think is coming out first, the game or the movie? What are your thoughts? Thanks.
I love his laugh. I love
Anyway,
it.
thank you for calling that in, Chris. And yeah, so last night at the Game Awards, they start playing this trailer and nobody really knows what it is. And there's a barber. If you guys haven't seen it, you should go look it up. Barber is giving a shave to somebody, but the barber's nervous. And then the barber cuts himself and he gets really worried. And the guy in the chair says, "Don't worry, I don't bite." And then the guy gets out of the chair and you realize it's Blade. He's got his sword and you see his vampire fangs. And the pop in that auditorium was huge. And we've been getting a couple of these. Of course, the Spider-Man game has been really popular. Then they announced that Wolverine game that we haven't really seen anything more from lately. But then they announced this Blade game. And they brought up the guy from Marvel and they brought up the guy from the game developer, and they're all really excited about it. And it looks really cool. It looks really fun. And I think, Ray, you would have been approving there because I think it really goes to, speaks to the popularity of the character. As soon as people realized that was Blade, man, they got excited.
I was a little sad at first because lately a lot of these Marvel games are PlayStation exclusives.
Right.
And like I was just, I took my eyes off the screen, and so I never saw the Bethesda logo. So when I saw it, I was like, oh crap. Like I was so excited, fell out of my chair, but I was like, man, now I have to get a PlayStation. It wasn't until like maybe 2 hours after the video game.
You literally have a PlayStation 5.
I know, but I mean,
way. Like right over there, you've got
I want to do this all night and all morning. I literally fell off my chair when I saw the Blade thing, and I was like, then I got depressed. But then Ryan, my roommate, told me, oh no, it's Xbox because it's Bethesda.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that changes the whole thing. It might even be on Game Pass. I don't know.
Well, it brings up a more important question, though.
Yeah.
Because the character is clearly popular. It was 3 years ago. It might have been 4 now, actually, that they announced that they were doing a Blade movie, right? Here we are now and getting ready to enter 2024, and we don't even have a completed script for a Blade movie. And the question that Chris is kind of bringing up, and I've heard a lot of people bring up in the last 16 hours or so, has been, could this game, which they just announced now, 3+ years after they announced the Blade movie, is this game going to be out before the movie? And I'd say this, do keep in mind that when they announce these games, they're still usually a long way off. Like more than half of the games that they announced last night weren't coming out until minimum 2025. Which means the next Game Awards is going to happen. And those games, all those games they announced still aren't out. So who knows? It could be 2025, it could be 2026 that this game is actually coming out. But I'm still going to say I think the game is going to come out before the movie.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, listen, I like the new writer they've got on for Blade. I really do. The reports we hear coming out of the development of it are sounding more positive. Mahershala Ali himself the other day said he's feeling pretty good with the direction everything's going.
Oh, good. I didn't
he
hear about
mentioned that. So
Good.
that's all good. But as of right now, I don't really have any reason to believe we're not going to have another big obstacle hit it or something like that.
Sure.
And again, they don't even have a completed script, let alone a production schedule or anything like that. So while the game is still probably a couple of years away, I still think, and I hope I'm wrong, but I still think we're going to get the game before we get the Blade movie.
Can I ask you something real quick? With this much time in this Blade movie, is it almost they have to make sure it knocks it out of the park at this point?
Well,
With this-
you could honestly say that about every Marvel project right now. Marvel is in such a precarious position that I think they've got to start making sure their projects knock it out of the park. And with Blade, I will say this, it's almost less important for Blade to crush it. Because if Blade doesn't crush it, it's not like they've got a big investment in the character. It's not like they were setting Blade up to be the new Kang. You know, like they need Kang to work because so much is built around Kang. With Blade, I mean, if Blade comes out and it's bad, they just don't do another Blade and it doesn't really affect anything too much.
It just has to be better than Morbius.
It's just low.
The Marvel vampiric level is so low.
Yeah, right now, our vampire
That's a
superhero film,
high
the bar is set really low.
As long as they don't do like some Batman Begins bullshit that they're like, oh, a tube of bats? I
There
feel
we
like
go.
it's going to be a fine movie.
Guys, we want to take a moment and thank a sponsor of today's video, Mint Mobile. Give yourself the gift of insane savings this holiday season with Mint Mobile's best wireless deal of the year. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you'll get another 3 months for free. That's 6 months of premium wireless service for the price of 3. And Mint Mobile lets you order and activate from home while saving tons on phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Seriously, I can't think of a better gift than turning an overpriced wireless bill into just $15 a month with Mint Mobile. I've told you guys many times, since switching to Mint Mobile, I am spending less than a third on my mobile service plan with Mint than I was on the previous big carrier who was my provider. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily and effortlessly with eSIM. So again, for a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months free by going to mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Chris, you probably saw the trailer online.
Yeah.
Where do you thinking right now? First of all, I think the trailer and the Pop It Got shows that people are hungry for Blade content.
Oh, yeah.
But what do you think about that? Are we going to get the movie before we get the game? What do you think?
In a perfect world, these will come out at the same time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That is what I really hope. Game development typically takes 3 to 5 years post-announcement, which is the same trajectory of the Blade movie itself, which was announced in 2019 at Comic-Con. The one thing I keep thinking, though, is did Mahershala Ali see this trailer and go, son of a bitch, you kidding me? I think it'd be really, really wonderful if they could come out around the same time so we have a little bit of synergy for them, so we've got some excitement for both things. But people are really ravenous for Blade content, and it's because we haven't had any since the 90s, and we just keep getting kind of teased along with this Blade movie. It keeps starting and stopping. There's way too many issues that have happened. I'm glad they're on the right trajectory right now. But like you were saying, it feels like there's going to be another hurdle just because this movie feels like Murphy's Law. Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. And I hope that's not the case because I love this actor. I love this character. I'm a huge fan of this IP. But it's becoming my new Flash, guys. Is it going to be real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, speaking of synergy, Godzilla has had a little synergy
Heck
with
yeah.
last week. Hasn't it been working out really great with
Why
this
are we talking about Godzilla? We're talking
Monarch
about
minus
Blade.
one? No, she's
Well,
talking about
synergy. He said synergy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where we're talking about synergy, it can work for multiple platforms. Like if
with Monarch being on TV, -1 coming out, the new Godzilla X Kong stuff being advertised. Yeah, that's true. It can
I finally
build
started
momentum.
watching, Ray.
Monarch.
Yeah.
Did you see the last episode?
I didn't see the newest
I haven't
episode
seen
yet.
the latest, yeah,
Okay.
but I
But
binged
I've
the
been
others on
loving the show.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, I saw -1,
Did you like it?
so there you go.
I
Yeah.
still have to see that.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.